Hello everyone, greetings. My name is Luke Elijah. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching this video. My special guest with me seated to my right today is Kristian Crowe, who is a professional dancer, a dance teacher, a model and fitness instructor. We just had a very nice rooftop swimwear shoot together, right? And I'm in this beautiful, cozy little home in Sydney, Australia. And Kristian's very interesting because he's so creative and artistic, and he just got off on a cruise ship, the largest cruise ship in the world. He was doing dancing in Cats, the musical Cats there. Alright, thank you Kristian for coming onto my talk show and agreeing to share with my audience a little bit about yourself and inspiring them with what you do, because I think a lot of people want to be dancers or want to be artists when they're afraid to do this full time, and you speaking out will encourage some of the talented youth to step up. Alright, could you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your background, how you became a dancer full time, and because it's been your job from the very beginning, so you've always been doing this.
Yeah. So when I was young, I used to dance around the house, wear dresses, the typical stereotypical dancer. So my mum was just like, oh, I'll just take him to a tap class, and I just remember walking in, and as soon as I put my tap shoes on and went to the bar and did one noise, I was hooked. I was just like, I just love dancing. And I just knew that I had to do it for the rest of my life, which is really weird, but it was just, I still remember it now vividly. That was a massive moment for me. And then from then on, my parents have been really encouraging.
I think you're just lucky that you have encouraging and supportive parents, because not everyone's blessed to have that, to allow their kids to become a dancer or an artist, And yeah, hearing you say, I could feel the energy. You could, in that moment that you had that epiphany, that you knew that this was your life purpose, you could feel it in every cell in your body, in your bones, it was just seeping through you. And dance is like a meditation actually. When you're doing it, all time freezes and you're just in that moment and in that zone, right, in that high vibrational state.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
So obviously there's nothing else you want to do, and if it made you do something else, you'd be not related. If I tell you cannot dance again, or make you become a banker, you wouldn't gel with your energy or your purpose.
I always need to be doing something creative, and I've always kind of stuck with that creative thing, so it's nice.
Yeah, tell us more about Cats, because Cats is a very interesting musical. It's very physically demanding, because not only are you singing, you're also dancing at the same time. Breathless. Yeah. And then you have put on so much makeup, but the makeup is fun. I think that doing the makeup, you obviously do it yourself. No one does it for you.
Yeah,
right?
no. Every cast of Cats does the makeup themselves, and it takes about an hour to an hour and a half to do your makeup. So you start by applying makeup powder, because when you're dancing in the show you sweat so much, so you need to make sure that it actually sticks to your face.
Yeah,
but the process of becoming a cat kind of makes it easier to transition when the show starts, because you can't just show up for work and go straight on stage. You have to spend an hour or 2 hours warming up the voice, warming up the body, putting up the makeup on.
I must imagine you guys sweat a lot because of the stage lights, the heat, plus the hot leotard, plus the cat's fur, and just so much layers, right? Is it uncomfortable?
It's not too bad. The wigs can tend to get a little bit itchy and can come loose, especially when we're sweating, and the sticky, we kind of stick them down with glue and then with tape as well, and that can tend to come loose and then the wigs come off, and it has happened one time in the show. One of my friends who was playing Choreocat had his wig slowly coming forward over his face. But other than that, we're wearing unitards, so it's actually not too bad.
Do you get sweat in your eyes and it stings your eyes because it's sweat mixed with makeup and going? Does it happen?
No, because the powder actually sticks the makeup to your face, so it's quite hard to get off unless you rub your face.
Okay, so putting it on and probably getting it off once you put it on, this must be quite arduous. Yeah, they use a lot of makeup remover.
Coconut oil. Coconut oil for makeup, always.
That's a good tip for those of you, in theatre and doing stage production work. Use coconut oil to remove very thick, very extremely thick, circus-like makeup.
Yeah.
So do you have free creative freedom to do whatever makeup you want, and some days maybe you draw a bit?
No. We have a makeup plot, very strict makeup plot that we have to follow.
Okay, which role, because so many characters in Cats, which role do you play?
So I actually played two contrasting cats. So I played Plato, who's kind of like a friendly, fun-loving younger cat, and then halfway through transition to play Macavity, who's actually the villain of the show.
Wow, so which role do you it means you got two contrasts, innocent youth, right, all light and cheery bright-eyed, bushy tail, and then you got the malicious villain. So you get to play the shadow aspect and the light aspect. It's cool. It's pretty cool.
It is really nice. I kind of like playing Macavity because it's so different. I've never played a role where I have to be like so evil, and it's kind of nice to sink your teeth into something like that. Really work as an actor, and the cast was so supportive and amazing, and the creative team was so supportive and amazing. So it was just easy.
Well, how did you even get this role? Where did you audition?
In Australia, they actually came out to Australia and did like a Broadway Blitz audition for the musicals on their ships. And I got all the way to the end, and then a few months later.
So could you choose your character, or they just felt, oh, Kristian's good for this? So
it's about a feeling. It's about how you connect with a character. So when they saw me, and especially because I'm tall and a little bit bigger, and that's what they tend to go for with their villains. So as soon as they saw that I was tall and bigger, they said, try and be really vicious, try and like attack. Like during my dancing, they were trying to see if I was vicious enough to beat Macavity.
I see, and you brought the lion out.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously.
But see, if you play two characters, how it means you have to change costumes and makeup in the middle, like in the
so because the costumes are so tight, I can just put the Macavity costume over the top. And with the makeup, I actually have the Grisabella, who doesn't do a lot in the show.
She helps you.
She helps me, yeah. She's obviously the star of the show.
Yeah, because she sings Memory, the signature
yeah,
song,
oh my god, Kate,
yes.
the Grisabella in our cast was phenomenal. Just so good. But yeah, she helps.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Say hello.
Kate Moore, hi Kate Moore. You rock. She's a yogi as well.
Well, lovely, Yeah, I mean, you guys must be very flexible to be as dancers, so yoga will be very effortless for you guys.
Oh my god. Not effortless. Still difficult.
Still, yes, you breathe into the poses. What kind of yoga do you like? I see that you have a yin yoga book. I actually teach yin yoga.
Yeah, I love yin yoga. My auntie's a yin yoga instructor, Tracy, and she is brilliant as well. But I do like power. I do like Ashtanga.
Ashtanga and Vinyasa,
yeah.
The faster ones. And you kind of need the contrast sometimes, whatever you're in the mood for, or whatever your body feels that it requires in the time, right? You're also a fitness instructor. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I kind of got into fitness through dancing.
It's related.
It's required. And then kind of became a part of Les Mills, which is they kind of do body pump.
Yeah, body balance. I love the whole series. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got into that, did a few trainings, and then
body combat as well. No, just body pump and body balance. Actually, these are my two favorites.
Yeah, so far that's all I've done, but I love it. And
so you're certified Les Mills instructor.
Yes.
Cool. So you can conduct Les Mills classes.
Yes.
Wonderful. Very nice. You're also a model. You've been people can easily Google image you, they can see pictures of you, and that's basically how we met as well. Alright, we just had a shoot. What's working with me like?
Oh, amazing! Of course,
fast,
such a great energy.
Thank you.
Tells me exactly what he wants. That's what you need from a photographer. Someone who's like, there. That doesn't work. Let's stop that.
Yeah, very directional. Very clear about what we want.
Yeah, there's no point in wasting our time.
Yeah, because actually, the longer you shoot, the more fatigued the model is, and the photographer as well. So you want to ride on that momentum, the energy. Yeah. And today is actually, he's a trooper because today is actually winter here in the southern hemisphere. And it's quite cold and chilly, and you have to in your swimwear and everything. Yeah, okay, you have a class in a few hours. You're going to teach dance, and you actually just came from Brisbane, right?
Yes.
Brisbane to teach dancing a few days ago, and obviously teaching dance and choreography is a big aspect of you. Tell us a little bit about that.
So when it comes to teaching, I just like having a connection with my students. So as long as they're open-minded and willing to give it a go, I'm more than happy.
Do you teach big classes or like one-to-one or both?
At the moment I'm not doing any privates, just because I'm working myself, so it's just best to get in and teach a big group and with cats workshops and
so you teach them the cats movements that you yourself do.
Yeah,
very fun. That's really fun.
They love it. The children love it.
Right. So the kids. How old are these kids that you're teaching?
Oh, they usually have to be between 15 to 30. But younger. They're always between 15 to 20. Just because the choreography's good.
What other dance do you teach other than cats, like jazz, tap?
Commercial jazz. Musical theatre jazz. I love musical theatre, so anything that has kind of Bob Fosse.
Yeah, I mean your Bob Fosse, I could feel it in you, the energy that's why I kept thinking Bob Fosse.
Yeah.
And speaking of Bob Fosse, you're actually going to Paris soon. You're moving to Paris to do a cabaret show in Moulin Rouge. Tell us about that.
So I actually auditioned for them 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then was offered a contract and turned them down.
Why would you do that? Was it
because I'd already signed a contract for a tap show over in London.
Okay.
And then I finished that show and expected them to call me straight back, and they didn't. So I moved on with my life. I moved back to Sydney. Then I got Cats. Went over to Cats, and when I was in rehearsals, they just emailed me one day and said, "Do you want to come over?" And I said, "Oh, I can't. I'm working in Cats. Can't do that." And they were like, "Well, it's in June 2016." And I said, "Perfect, that's when I'm finished." So.
Oh, really? So you see, it's synchronistic. It wasn't meant for you then because you had better things that were purposeful. And you see, if you did that then, you would have met your amazing friends and cast in Cats and at the tap show. So you were meant to do this Moulin Rouge gig right now.
Exactly right. That's exactly how I feel actually. You just.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So beautiful how everything falls into place in a divine fashion. We wish you the best in Paris. And how long is this run of the show?
11 months. So this will be the longest contract I've ever done.
Wow, long contract. So where can the audience go to find out more about you? Maybe watch a dance video and contact you if they want you to hire you as a model, a fitness instructor, a dance instructor, or to put you in one of their own productions and shows. Where can they go?
Yeah, so you can go onto my Facebook or Instagram, it's all the same. So it's Kristian with a K _Crowe with an E, the number 8, all at hotmail.com. That's my email, and then all the information's there. Yeah,
I'll be placing all these links below in the video description feed, so feel free to click on it. And if you want to reach out to Kristian, he's a very easygoing guy and positive energy. He's very professional to work with, and you can feel his energy, that whole musical theatre vibe. There's a whole aura around you. You're meant to do this. This is what you're good at. This is what you're talented, and this is what you're passionate about. And yeah, this is completely you. This is nothing else I envision for you as well than this. So I wish you all the best in your career. We'll hope to see you again soon in one of my future videos when you can talk about your role in another musical.
Yeah, of course, that'd be great.
Right. Thank you so much, Kristian,
for
having me. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video as well. We hope you enjoyed this video, so feel free to reach out to either of us. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more similar and entertaining videos to come.
Thank you.